Okay, so now we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, guys.
Perfect.
Alrighty. Casual day today. Flip flops. Summer
Let's
started.
go.
Summer started. Let's go.
That's right.
All right. So you can see yourself over there. That's where
Nice.
you're at. That's Instagram, like I said, and these are the other three platforms.
Perfect.
Thanks for coming in, man.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
coming in.
Thank you.
All right, guys, welcome to OC Biz Live, guys. Like every single Wednesday, 7 o'clock sharp, live on 4 platforms, guys. Martin Bravo is going to talk to us about all he's doing. For all my realtors and mortgage guys, call your people, tell them to hop on. This is the guy to connect. Like I always love doing, Martin, is tell me who Martin is. Tell me where you grew up, how you got into this kind of business. I know I met you at Alex Kim's office, which was a mortgage lender also.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about Martin. Who is Martin? And then we're going to talk about what you're doing.
Awesome. Yeah. So first and foremost today, I want to thank you for having me. I'm Martin Bravo. I, grew up from a very small farm town up north called Delhi, California. I always tell people, growing in a small farm town definitely humbled me. I wanted to come out here and to the LA area and Southern California. It's a bigger city, more opportunity. But it wasn't always like that, right? I did start from humble beginnings. My parents, they always struggled to pay the bills. They mom was a stay at home mom, wife, full time mom, and she didn't work. Raised me and my four siblings, and my dad, he was full time working, and really just seeing my parents work like that, and then like the electricity. I wonder when I was young why the electricity would get cut off. And then parents never bought a house. So we'd struggle with the bills.
What'd your dad do? What kind of work?
He fixes like he used to fix cars,
Okay.
and then he got into fixing like the bigger trucks, like the semi
Okay.
trucks and
Alright.
diesel trucks. Yeah, and so I learned hard work from him. But like I said, we'd get evicted, like we'd move a lot. So yeah, so like the whole home ownership. Now that I like work with realtors and lenders, like I see a whole different side of the world, right?
Yeah.
But like it really started when I was young, and I've always been kind of an entrepreneur, into Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins. Most of my siblings, and including my dad, he worked for himself. So that self-employed side, not business owner, but self-employed, kind of, they planted that seed in me. And then, I guess I'll go this route because I just added it recently into my pitch when I'm talking to new people. Is I sold chips and chocolate bars in high school.
That's what all these kids do nowadays too. When they're doing the chetos with all the chamoy and all that stuff. Yeah.
Hey,
Little entrepreneurs, man.
that's entrepreneurship. And I was a C D student. I was smart, bro. Like, good grades were not hard for me to achieve, but I just wouldn't put in all my effort.
Right.
But I'm very creative. Very creative. I always liked. I didn't even know it was called marketing back then, and I just loved marketing. And then the selling the chips, I guess that wasn't like official sales yet.
Yeah.
But really, like, the sales came from I have an older brother that he introduced me in like flipping cars.
Oh, okay.
That took me putting my own money
Right.
to buy a car that was kind of like semi, decently mechanically good, but needed some touch up. And then from there, I would, detail it, fix it up, oil change, whatever,
Yeah.
and sell it for profit.
Yeah.
And then I thought I knew sales when I did that. I didn't. Like, that was nothing sales. Like, sales is when you actually talk to someone, right? Communication skills. But then I finally, like, when I was 21 during COVID, I got my first real sales job.
Okay.
I went to a car dealership, Mercedes-Benz dealership.
Nice.
And I'm always dressed like this, so like I just went to check out like their Mercedes cars, and it's a crazy story, but basically I got offered to work there.
Nice.
And so when they interviewed me, I kind of lied. I was like, "Look, I've already sold cars. I'm a car salesman." What I meant was, like, I'm a guy that buys cars on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and flips them. But they were like, perfect, so they hired me. At the time, I was like way into self-improvement, personal growth. I'm telling you, like, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins. I've been to their events.
Okay.
I've studied for, I took out credit cards and maxed them out to just go to seminars and stuff, learning. I remember I paid for like Grant Cardone books, like $30 each, and I was committed to learning this sales thing. But throughout my whole youth, from teenager to till now, even though I didn't know it was called marketing, I always was savvy with technology. I was always into posting on social media. I was a YouTuber since I was 13 years old.
Nice.
I taught myself, like I see the cameras and stuff. Like I taught myself how to like play around with computer video editing. And the main thing was all of it back then wasn't necessary for business. But fast forward to like when I worked at Mercedes, I had to put myself out there. One thing was like depending on the car dealership to get people to come in. Another thing was like I already knew how to post my own cars on social media. So now I was going on Instagram Reels, TikTok videos, and uploading the car dealerships cars that I was selling now.
Okay.
And then now to this day, like now it's like everybody needs videos,
Yep.
CRMs that have like AI and using ChatGPT to
Right.
like, how do I respond to this client? You ask a ChatGPT like how do I know even realtors are like, hey, make me this like official buyer agreement or DocuSign.
Yeah.
So you can
Everything's so easy now, right? Just make it on AI, make this, make that. And it's like, man, back in the days, you really had to hustle, really had to work.
everything was paper.
I know.
Like,
yeah, everything was paper for sure. And then, of course, you're pretty much your communication skills,
Yes.
like shaking hands, looking people in the eyes,
Yeah.
talking to people, having that way of like
Right.
flowing or getting like, comfortable with people. Because a lot of times nowadays, especially after COVID, there's a lot of kids that are just stuck on their phones. They only, or their iPads, and they don't have those skills. So
Literally.
those skills are something that's very essential.
Yeah, that's my nieces and nephews, bro. Right there, we call them iPad kids. So for anybody watching this, like I might look 18, right? Everybody tells me I'm 18. I'm actually 19. No, but
I was gonna ask him how old he was.
yeah, I'm 28 now.
Okay.
Very grateful to God to be here still. But main thing is like I'm the oldest of Gen Z, right? So my older siblings are millennials. They're millennials. I think it's like 30 to 44 right now, and then there's the Gen X, and then there's like the boomers. Anyways, like most millennials grew up before like the .com boom and social media was like the internet.
Right.
I don't even want to call it social media.
Yeah.
It was just the internet.
Do you remember when it was dial-up then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
I got into it when it was that, and I remember when the internet first came on. It was just like talking to people.
Yeah.
Like
AOL.
Yeah, exactly.
Chat rooms.
And I had no idea what it was. And at that point, I remember back in the day, I bought my first domain, and I forget how much it was. I own like 50 domains now.
Oh wow.
But it's like, and then I buy them and then I sell them to people.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I bought a domain and hung on to it, and that was actually the one that got my business going in the beginning.
Wow.
But it was one of those things that I had no idea what it was. I'm like, let me buy this.
Yeah.
Let me get into this. Kind of like now, with the
I
Bitcoin,
provide
Bitcoin
domains now.
with the Bitcoin and stuff. Now it's like,
Crypto.
crypto. Get into that stuff now, because it's like, get into it now because it might, be
Correct.
something big later. So for sure, you grow up with that stuff, and a lot of the kids nowadays, they grew up with iPads, like you said.
Yeah. So when I say I'm the oldest of Gen Z, is like I joke around and say like, I grew up still playing marbles, tag. Like I still knew what it was to go outside and see the sun. But in this era now of social media, definitely those communication skills and like talking to people.
Right.
We're not born with it, and you have to definitely grow into it. But I was pretty introverted my whole life. I mean, I played video games. I stayed indoors. My community I lived in, wasn't like the safest out in the street during the time. So, what kept me out of trouble was like video games, staying indoors, playing sports. If I did go outdoors, it was like to go play with my soccer team, baseball team. But other than that, I didn't really, do like the whole like out in the streets, being with the wrong crowd. I had cousins that were in that. And
going to that sports thing, right now, baseball, soccer, and football, there's a 23% decrease of kids signing up to play because they don't want to go play anymore. They want to play FIFA on the video game. They want to play FIFA, baseball on the video game, but they don't want to actually go do it. So
Right.
there's a 23% after COVID, 23% decrease of kids wanting to go outdoors to do anything.
Wow.
So it's incredible. So
yeah, and COVID is like another thing.
Yeah.
It's like that changed everything, right?
Man.
And it's crazy because, me growing up in 06, 07, this was like before Facebook. YouTube was a brand new thing, right? MySpace, like people laugh when I tell them, like, look, at 8, 9 years old, I was using my dad's computer to make my own MySpace, my own email. I should not have been on the internet at that time. But it takes me back to like today is like looking back, like everything I did from a young age, I was playing around with coding. I think back then, like, I don't know if anybody watching this even remembers MySpace, but like you could like put like coding and pimp out your page,
the background,
your profile,
stuff, yeah.
And like it took coding, and then like in my teenage years, I was like, I'm gonna go to a good college. I'm gonna get a degree in computer science, and then like boom, after COVID and all these AIs. Like even my partner Esmeralda, she codes websites now, and it doesn't require going to get a computer science software engineering degree. It's crazy, man, like how life has changed. But
Yeah.
I'm just grateful where I'm at because I stayed I tapped into that side and I stayed creative.
Right.
And then now I'm between both worlds. Like, okay, salespeople and business owners need marketing, and then marketing people have no sense of like talking to people or like what it takes to actually push a product out. They just know how to do the technical stuff.
Right.
And so, I'm just getting goosebumps even saying this because I'm like, man, like I'm like it's a little bit of knowing how to adapt to these new times.
Right.
So, again, I've always been tech savvy like this. I was the guy that like my dad would say, hey, the internet's not working. Like, well, here, let's unplug it for 10 seconds
and plug it back in,
and then it works. And I look like I'm a computer engineer. But it's the world we live in now, and thankful to God right now that and thankful for all my clients that have believed in me, the business owners that are my friends and clients now that support us. We're doing their marketing, we're getting them business, right? I was telling you earlier when I got here, and a lot of people need it. And
how do you get into the real estate world? How did you like meet somebody and then I know you did videos and stuff, a few pictures and stuff like that. I think that's how I first met you. So did that like kind of transition into the real estate stuff and the mortgage stuff?
Yeah. So like 10 years ago, right? I have 2 sisters that they were into photography, videography, like weddings, quinceañeras, all those like so they would ask me to help them. So I got familiar with the cameras. And then again, I was a YouTuber. I knew how to edit videos and stuff from my own efforts. But in 2020, like around COVID, I was young, man. Like I had no idea how many careers are out there and what more. I didn't even know what a mortgage was.
Okay.
Like straight up. I knew what real estate was, but when I thought of real estate, I thought of like apartments and like hotels and like commercial real estate.
You were
right?
thinking single family homes.
I wasn't thinking that. And then even less was I thinking that there's like a whole career called like being a real estate agent or a mortgage lender, loan officer. So I did get introduced from a friend, introduced me to like her boss or like her friend, not boss, but her friend who was like a mortgage broker.
Okay.
So he basically was like doing good at the time, and she told me to like just to get to meet him, get to know him. And this was around the time that I'm telling you I was already going to like 2019, 2020, going to like Tony Robbins events, Grant Cardone, like reading their books, Gary Vee. I was watching Gary Vee like post on social media if you're a business owner, and I wasn't even a business owner at the time. But I was already entrepreneur minded like that. And when I met that dude, basically I would go to his like events. He had like events, networking events. It was all like realtors and loan officers, all people that are either licensed and doing good. Remember, this is COVID, so everybody and their moms was doing good in real estate and loans.
Yeah.
So really, it seemed like some kind of career that like, oh, overnight you can make more than a lawyer or a doctor.
Yeah.
And I was
You
like,
didn't
oh,
have to put a sign on stuff. I sold houses like, I'm gonna go put the sign. Oh wait, I already got an offer.
oh,
Never
it's
mind.
already sold.
Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Never mind.
Don't even put for sale
Yeah.
anymore. Take it. Yeah,
for sure.
I heard about that, and like I was too young during the 2008 to 2000, like around that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have a older brother that like lost that house. I didn't even know. Like when I heard that he lost his house, I had no idea what real estate was.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, like a lot of people, basically after that 2008 crash, like becoming a realtor and a lender was like more of a career
Mm-hmm.
now. And so when I met that dude, and he was like a loan officer, and he was doing good and he represented himself pretty good. But I just met so many realtors and lenders going to his events.
Okay.
And then going to those events, you know how people are like, hey, come to my event now.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, so I
start networking.
Yeah. And so then like other real estate brokers and mortgage brokers would invite me to their events. Next thing you know, I'm going to like all these mortgage and real estate only business networking events. And maybe some life insurance people, maybe some contractors.
You always get those life insurance guys.
Right? Yeah. So
I'm a financial advisor.
Right. Yeah. No, even those, yeah. And so I just meet, even those would invite me to their events, and then I'd meet realtors.
And then they want
events.
You to get into those WFG, PHP, all that.
Oh, I've been in all of them. I never stayed with one or produced with them, but I've been in all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just going to those events really opened me up and my brain to like, oh, maybe I should take, my sales skills and leave the car sales to become a loan officer. Anyways, I basically I got recruited into solar. Like I went to an event, some guy told me like, hey, like, why do you want to be a realtor? Like come do solar, like you make more money. And let's just say because mortgage and real estate were also doing good, so was solar.
Solar was doing good too.
Yeah. So this guy showed me his bank account. He was like, hey, look, I just made $74,000 this month. And I was like, all right, well.
You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's the kind of the money I wanted to do in real estate or loans anyway. And I still haven't even decided whether should I get my DRE or my NMLS. So I got into solar. I did that for 2 years. My first 3 months, I was door knocking. So remember, I went from car sales. I was used to my AC cubicle.
That's cool.
People come in like, hey, can I see your car? Like, you
didn't have to go look from.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I went to solar, and now I'm getting like no soliciting, not interested,
slamming the door on
me. And so I saw both sides of sales as like it built that grit in my rejection muscle, and I'm very persistent. I've been told like I have very good follow up and persistence, so I take that as a compliment. People usually mean to say that I'm annoying.
Yeah.
But I
always tell people that sales are always in the FU. The follow
up. The follow up. Yeah, exactly.
People think it's something else, but it's the FU.
Yeah, the follow up.
Did you FU? I ask them, and they're like, did you follow up?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, but even though I was in solar, I still stayed going to all those networking events. As a matter of fact, I had this huge project when I was doing good in solar. I wanted to teach realtors how to get their California State Licensing Board license, so I could so they could just refer me every time they sell a house, and I would just close the deals for them.
Mm-hmm.
To new homeowner, they're going to be paying electricity, so might as well sell them solar too.
Yeah.
And just refer me the client, I'll take care of the solar. So average deal I was making at the time, I know it's different now, but a small deal was $4,000, a big deal was $8,000 to $15,000. You know how it is. Again, I did pretty good my first 3 months, 6 months. After that, I stayed intact for like 2 years. The whole time I already knew marketing and everything I do now, but that's what kind of kept me going to those networking events. I wanted to meet more realtors. I remember there was a time I even stole this strategy from my loan officer friends. I was like, wow, I need to go to these open houses with these realtors and just be there. Like some of these realtors are bored, bro. They're like in the this isn't COVID times anymore. So now it's like open house is 3 hours long on a Saturday and it's hot and there's no people that walk in. So I was like, oh, well, let me go help with the open house signs. Let me go door knock and pass the flyers out. And it was all just to build that relationship with the realtors. And again, I still have that idea of like, maybe one day I'll be a realtor or lender. but it just faded away. The better I did in solar, the more it like faded away. And I know I'm jumping kind of a big timeline, but now I'm here. Like now,
Yeah.
I just said, hey, why be a why be a producing realtor or loan officer or solar when I'm already gifted and blessed with what I've studied my whole life and done,
Right.
which is this social media stuff, and most importantly, doing it for many business owners.
Mhm.
So now I've built my marketing company with my partner Esmeralda, started from scratch, no funding, no investors, no no business credit, no personal credit, nothing. Like literally just buying our own equipment. Uh, it was all this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, hey, I know how to talk to people. I know how to tell all my realtors and lenders that I understand their business enough because I've wanted to be a realtor or lender at one point. So and from making friends with them, they've told me how they get paid and how they help people and how they close deals, and what it takes to be a realtor and a lender. So I was like, dude, I just need to understand someone's business, and I'm already good at what I do.
Yeah.
And so now we do everything. I mean, we're a full service digital marketing company.
Okay.
I do videography. I do like the listing videos I do the pictures for the MLS. Um, I do the drone. I do the branding, like the cool videos, like to actually post on TikTok and Instagram. And then I bundle it up. We partner with my partner and I, like all that business that comes from those videos needs to go somewhere. So she creates like capture pages, landing pages, websites. Instead of using Eventbrite, shoot, like I'd like to share that, like a realtor that I just helped right now. We built her a open house check-in landing page.
Okay.
So she'll just put her laptop at the open house rather than having people sign into the
Right.
sign-in sheet.
The old school, yeah.
Yeah, and so people will walk in and she'll be like, "Hey, welcome to the open house. Please check in." They'll type it in the little laptop. Well, let's say the open house is on a Saturday, the following Monday, without her ever clicking a button, like there's texts and emails on her behalf that go out like, "What'd you think of the open house? This and that." Well, recently she just got like 3 deals in one. Like she got from the open house, she got someone who wanted to upgrade and buy the next house, but they needed to sell their current home. So she got the listing, she represented them as a buyer, and
Sold their house.
sold their house.
Yeah.
Well, two in one,
Mhm.
but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Um, but I mean, the main thing is like from her own words, she said, "I firmly believe that it would not have been without your CRM and your texts and emails."
yeah, yeah.
Because like normally, let's say 15 people show up to an open house,
You gotta call them.
you gotta call them now. And which realtor, like if you're watching this, you're a realtor. We know this. Like
Yeah.
I'm human.
wants to
I
call?
don't call.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what am I even gonna say? Like that family didn't even come. Like they didn't even talk. They just put their number.
Yeah.
And the main thing is how can we facilitate the process, right? So I have a theory is like if you should be so busy producing that you're maintaining your escrows intact, you're following up with deals and submitting offers or negotiating.
Yeah, you're
offers
doing
on
your
listing.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, while the CRM does this other stuff.
Okay.
So
For sure.
and I mean we do so much more. Like again, I said I do Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads. That actually gets leads.
Mhm.
But then what are leads without the other stuff,
Yeah.
which is like following up.
The
too.
following up and then the closing. I mean, just because you got the lead doesn't mean you're gonna those leads can convert into actually sales because you got to convert them.
Yeah,
into
of
sales.
course. Yeah, they
Yeah.
still got to do their part.
Mhm.
It's like, hey, one thing is you still got to be good at sales, like and still do your effort, right? Like the CRM might text and email people. We even have an AI that'll like book like literally like a full conversation, like just how you talk to ChatGPT and it talks back.
Uh,
There's an AI that it'll say like, hey, what'd you think of this house? And if you reply like, if the lead replies like, yeah, we actually want to look at a house or we're thinking of buying, it'll book an appointment on the realtors. It'll have like a full conversation, just like if it was ChatGPT, and you'd be surprised. Like people respond because they don't know it's an AI,
yeah.
so they'll respond and they'll actually like get booked by the AI. But even though the AI does all that and the technology is here to help, we still need to do our part of like, hey,
Yeah.
now I need to actually like ask the qualifying questions before I pass it to a pre-approved lender, or I still need to show up to the listing appointment, be good at showing the client what they're gonna get for their house,
Right.
which is all in sales, right?
From your experience, the people that are buying houses, from what I understand, I would say are probably on Facebook. Older crowd,
100%.
people that have more money, people that are more established, because everybody and their grandma has a Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to Instagram, it's a younger crowd, and because I specifically think TikTok is even a younger crowd after that,
Mm-hmm.
because I think you can market to TikTok,
Right.
but I think your buyers are on Facebook. Am I right?
So yes, you're right,
Yeah.
and I agree 100%. It's just when now what I'm looking at, because like my parents are in their 60s and they use TikTok more than I do.
Do
right?
they really?
They send me TikToks at night. Like my mom sends me like, "Tu hijo debe de ser buena gente contigo." And, like she'll send me stuff like at
Little
work.
tips.
Yeah, like here's why esto es la razón por qué tu hijo debe de llamarte. You know, like
yeah. Stuff you should be doing.
yeah, and then but they're on there consuming, right? Like one thing is being on social media to post, and then like 90% of the country, right, are people that work. They just use social media. Even us as business owners, we use social media for just to scroll,
Entertainment
to
sometimes.
scroll.
Yeah.
But on Facebook, definitely it's older.
Yeah.
So I agree with you there. The thing is, you'd be surprised that because the current demographic right now that are buying houses are still 28 to 44 years old.
Yeah.
It's like the millennial, even Gen Z that are grown up.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen younger, 25 to 30-year-olds are still buying houses, But for the most part, let's just say millennials are the ones buying houses. They're definitely on all three, bro.
Yeah.
They're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, and they're on Facebook. And I hear it from my realtors, like my realtor clients and friends, like they tell me like, hey, when I'm showing homes to a client, they'll send me a house of a video, like a reel of a house that another realtor posted.
Oh.
And they'll be like, hey, I wanna see this house. And it's like a realtor uploaded a video of a house, and this buyer of this other realtor is sending them like, so I'm like, hey, well, you should be the one where like buyers are sending their realtors videos of you.
Yeah, for sure.
That
kind of reminds me. One time I sold a house where I took the people to see the house. Old school, man. This is old school.
Yeah.
I had them in my car. I took them to see the house, and then I went by the house. Like, oh, I missed it, man. I went all the way to the end of the street, and on that corner there was another house for sale, and they're like, shit, I like that one better. And I ended up selling them that one instead of the one they were going to look at. So that's what you're talking about. Yeah. But now it's a different.
Now it's on social media.
It's on social media
because it's all buttons. Like so. I'm the videographer, right? So I'm always focusing like, what's trending? How can I make the video more appealing? Right now, like some free advice for anybody watching is like, most people already know this, but in case you didn't know, the first 3 seconds is the most important of a video. So now when I'm filming a realtor, I say, don't even say the address. Forget the whole welcome to 123 A Street. I'm Martin, your local realtor, and here's my listing. Like, no, all of that is gone. Right now, it's how can you maintain people's attention. So the first 2 seconds, 1 second, 3 seconds is the most important. Show the house and whatnot, but then the meat and potatoes, like from 3 to like 40 seconds, the rest of the video, everything should be the house, yes, but like even then you have to have sound effects and like new rooms. Like don't show like 5-10 seconds of this of like the kitchen, like the kitchen should only come out like 1 second.
Be quick.
Yeah, and then you even edit it because I know how to edit to the beat. Like the beat drops and then it goes all slow to like the living room and then it zooms out of the kitchen. So like all of that enhancement and visuals creates retention.
Right. So this is what Martin brings to you guys.
Yes.
Right there. And this is what he brings to you. Not just like some video. It's like he plans it.
Exactly. And then when people are watching this, I've heard it a million times from even like loan officers, like, oh, the wife sends the husband because the wives are the ones.
The wives are the ones buying the house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The husband's just paying for it, like
for sure.
So the couples are the ones buying the house. Well, the wife is the one seeing the videos on social media. And she'll send the video to the husband, and next thing you know, like the realtor came out. So I stress to all my realtors out there, like, yes, we're selling real estate. That's your job, but you need to come out, even at least in the
your
beginning.
Face has to be there, right?
Yeah,
your face has to be on.
Yeah, I wouldn't say not even your number. Like, yes, leave your number in the chat, in the caption or in the description, or put it on the screen at the end, but do not like say call me in the beginning. Don't say welcome to my listing. Like now it's about you, your face, like who are you? Why should I care about this house you're showing? And then who is it for? Like even the script, like what you talk in the video matters. Like, hey,
Yeah.
this is a perfect home if you're a first time buyer in Southern California, and those are the ones that people are looking for. Correct me if I'm
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
but like Southern California is known for like, hey, it's really hard for first time buyers.
Hmm.
No, it's not. You just gotta look, and that's why as a realtor you need to be out there, because there are people that think it's impossible to buy a house until they meet you. You need to guide them,
Yeah.
which is the whole. I think
That's the whole point.
that's the whole
That's
point
the
of
whole
a
point.
realtor.
That's the whole point. And this also applies obviously to the mortgage guys. The
Correct.
mortgage guys have to be out there. If you've got this uh, great brand new program that's coming out with
Right.
assistance, or that's got ITIN number assistance, stuff like that. You got to put that out there so it's the
Yeah.
catchphrase. And then at the end, of course, your face always on there.
Yeah, I catch a lot of loan officers telling realtors like, "Look, tell your clients this and that." Like in my mind, I'm like, "Dude, you got to make a video on it," or
Yeah.
or even if like hire me and tell the realtor, "Hey, we'll do a video talking about this program." Right? Like that's the best way, because
Yeah.
most of the time loan officers are like educating the realtors like, look, you could tell your client about this program, because maybe they got turned down by another loan officer.
Mhm.
And what does a realtor do? They give up on the
They
lead.
give up on it.
They're like, oh man, I couldn't do it. No, like what you need is like, you need like 2-3 solid lenders that this one's good for this one's good for FHA, this one's good for ITINs, this other one's good for like when it's self-employed, right? And then so who to give who, who.
Yeah. You can give them all to the same guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you become more like diversified, like, hey, my team and I, like, you're not just one realtor now. It's
Mhm.
like my team and I'm a realtor, but yet I have a team.
Have a team.
And even with the listings, right? Like the videos I do, I'm part of your team when you hire me to list a home, because
Right.
you're telling the homeowner like, hey, we're gonna sell this property. It's not just open houses. We're gonna blast it on social media, and we're gonna get buyers that are interested in this. But yeah, for loan officers, it really does matter to put yourself out there. I mean, most loan officers I meet, they let's just say it's the realtors that want to be more out and about. They like it.
Yeah.
It's their personality.
Yeah.
They want to show homes. They want to show their face. It's all about them.
That's more, yeah. If you ever go to a networking event, you got all the realtors talking and let's do this, let's do that, and you got the mortgage guys just listening.
Yeah, with
in.
the cut.
They're listening in, going, okay, this guy's gonna
Yeah.
be my next client. This guy's gonna give me my next deal, right?
Oh yeah,
here,
yeah. To the
for
real
sure.
to the realtors, right?
Give them your number, or give them your handle, give them whatever information. I got your information. Your name is scrolling here if you see
Yeah.
at the bottom. But give them your phone number, how they can reach you. If they have any questions, if you want to, I actually have somebody I'm going to refer you who's a mortgage guy, one of the top Latino mortgage guys,
Nice.
for over 20 years.
Wow.
I think you might know him, Cesar Mendoza.
Okay.
Okay, so he's in Anaheim, but he's also a realtor. I have my license with him, by the way. So
Sweet.
he started doing a lot of videos, but I think you need to talk to him about. But anyways,
Yeah,
give me
absolutely.
your
Yeah.
information.
Well, I always stay in touch with everybody through Instagram. It's at the Martin Bravo, TheMartinBravo. And then my phone number, direct line, is 209-628-2244. And yeah, those are the best ways to reach me.
You were just in Temecula or Lake Elsinore?
I was, yeah. I'm
So
there.
this guy
every
goes
Wednesday.
everywhere, wherever you
Yeah,
need him.
Victorville. I was in like Victorville last Monday filming a listing. Then like the next day I had to go to Lake Elsinore to film a closing.
Yeah.
Oh, the closing videos too. Those are like when the realtors like to go all out, and now they like buy a red carpet off Amazon and a champagne bottle for the buyer. Hey, here's your key. Well, I'm the one that documents that.
Nice.
And you'd be surprised, bro. Those because the way I film them is like very emotional storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
So like the client will like be receiving their keys, and they'll even like walk up the red carpet, pop a champagne bottle, and then I always have a script that I include is how did you meet the realtor? Like I'll go to the homeowner, like, hey, congratulations. I'm like in their face with the camera, like, okay, how did you meet the realtor and would you recommend them? And then like they say like, well, I met the realtor on TikTok. I just saw them posting houses, and we were already thinking of buying a house. We didn't think it was possible, but we just ended up reaching out to the realtor, and him or her and the lender made it possible.
Nice.
And so I like documenting those. But anyways, my point with that is like when I do include that in the video, which is always, bro, like you're seeing a real human being talk about the realtor and how they just bought a house,
how they did it. Yeah.
And so it's
that
good
gives you
branding.
credibility. That gives you
Yeah.
like this guy can handle stuff.
Yeah. And then you can run ads on that video.
Oh, okay.
And then so everybody's gonna be like, what? And then remember, the client's literally saying like, I saw this realtor on TikTok. I reached out because I saw their videos. So imagine when someone's like watching this video and they've been following the realtor for like 3 months.
And they're gonna be like,
they're like, oh shoot, I'm following this realtor and I haven't reached out. Like now I'm gonna reach out.
For sure.
And it's real people. You can't fake a testimonial.
Yeah, emotions. You know, when the emotions, when they get that key, they're first gonna come in and walk through that front door of their brand new house. Hey, that's literally the American dream.
Exactly. You only get keys once.
Yeah.
Right? Average person buys a house every 7 years or whatever. Yeah. But like what I mean is, there's only one moment that in the entire
buying after you upgrade, and you're always excited about buying that house. You started selling cars, now you're into selling houses, man. So you're moving up. Right. So the commission gets a little higher.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what it's solar. Then you went to cars, and and so forth. Now houses talking thousands now. Yeah. Average price in Orange County is like $975.
It's high,
and it's like a little 3-bedroom. I say little 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's not like a brand new house.
Exactly.
And you have houses in the millions now, 1.2, 1.3. You're like, oh, what the heck? Yeah. So if you bought back then, you're rolling in right now with equity in your house, and that's the other thing. Maybe somebody needs, ADUs, man. ADUs are so popular right now. If you got a big backyard, you have a garage conversion you can do. There's a lot of ways to improve and get more equity in your property. Also, with the ADUs, you're sticking money in, but you're going to be making money. I mean, I've seen a little 1-2 bedroom ADU rents for $3,000. Wow. Here in Orange County.
Yeah.
Here in Santana, dude. In Santana.
Yeah. And someone's living there. Like someone's paying, agreeing because they like it. They need
$3,000. And here's the thing I tell people about ADUs. Okay, I'm going to go buy a condo that was built in 1970, 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, right? Built in 1970. But I built an ADU, brand new, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I'd rather live in that brand new unit than that condo.
Oh, literally.
And that condo is not going to cost you like $250, which is this ADU. That condo is going to cost you like $500,000-$600,000. Yeah. So there's a lot. Yeah. So
my sister, I have a sister that she bought a house in like Long Beach, North Long Beach, Compton area. Mm-hmm. I think she bought it for half of what she sold it during COVID, and she ended up buying in Arizona, but like it doubled, from 2014 to 2021, I think.
Oh yeah,
it doubled, and right now it's probably even higher, like 800,000 probably. But she had enough backyard to do that, and yeah, she should have done that because not only was she still being beautiful, sunny California, right? But Arizona's nice. I've heard it's great. It's hot.
There's no beach there though. That's the only problem.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's thinking smarter, not harder, right? Is one thing is like we wanna find ways to it's like
to supplement some income. I mean, if you think about it, even for older people, if you have their home where they're almost paid off, and you build that in the back, I mean, you're making $3-4 grand a month to help you with your rent on your front property. So it makes total sense. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff that can happen, especially here in Orange County, LA County, even Riverside. Riverside is expensive.
Oh yeah, it's getting higher.
I think the places that people are actually able to buy now are San Bernardino.
Literally.
Because then that's a drive out there because you get more house.
East, like super east Riverside County,
Moreno Valley.
Yeah.
All those areas.
Yeah. Like I shouldn't even be giving this away, but like it's like Hemet. What city did you say earlier? Marietta, Menifee, Lake Elsinore. Like those cities are like, and you'd be surprised. It's not just LA, Orange County people going there. Mm-hmm. It's even San Diego.
Oh
people, because it's right in between.
Yeah,
it's an hour from LA, Orange County, and then it's also an hour and a half, like about the same time.
Yeah, if you don't mind the drive, you're good. If you're doing business out there, you're good. But if you're doing business out here, then that's when it gets a little bit difficult. I had a client that sold her house in Tustin, bought in Menifee.
Mm-hmm.
paid the house, paid it off, and still had money left over.
Wow.
The problem is now she's driving here to see her family in Orange County.
Oh, right.
That's the only problem. But now she ain't got a mortgage,
Literally.
and it's a brand new house.
And it's not even that far. Like, yes, an hour is far, but maybe because I drive so much to film properties.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like,
you're young, dude. You like to drive. When you get older, you don't want to drive, man. You're like,
that's true.
I gotta drive. I was telling you, I went to Murrieta for a client last week, and I had court on Monday.
Mhm.
I could have waken up at 6 and met the guy at 8 o'clock. I said, "Fuck that, dude! I'm going on Sunday.
Yeah.
Go ahead, get a room out there, and then Sunday midnight I just rolled into court."
Yeah, exactly.
But sometimes people don't want to drive, But the younger crowd that are buying houses, they don't mind the drive. Why not?
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's so populated, like that. What makes the drive a drive is the traffic.
The traffic.
Because sometimes I'm like, because I'm from North Cal. Remember, like to me, Fresno was far, and even then it was like a 1 hour. It was a 60 miles, and then the GPS said 60 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Here it's like.
No.
To get on the from the 5 to the 101 to just get to downtown LA, it's like 20 miles an hour.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a problem. And at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, dude, that's an impossible drive.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I just came from Temecula. It was like an hour 20. It was like 60, 70 miles. It's pretty good. But yeah, when I guess the 15.
Oh, 15.
15 south, 15 north. That's
60.
The one that
that's a hard one too. And a lot of people, I know, back in the day, people were buying in Corona. Now Corona's expensive.
Yeah, Riverside and Corona, like 10, 15 years ago, that was like the old Menifee Murrieta.
Yeah. Now I don't know if you remember, they started buying in Lancaster.
Yeah.
And what's the other city out there? Simi Valley.
Oh yeah.
Lancaster. And now nobody wanted to buy it out there. I don't know if you're old enough. Remember Chips, Eric Estrada? The guy on the motorcycle, Punch. He's too young. He's too young. But that guy was selling terrenos in Lancaster. And I remember I was a kid. I was like 17, 16, 17. I'm like, Lancaster? What the hell is Lancaster? I remember I heard Paris. I'm like, Paris?
Oh yeah. Paris is another one of the ones I'm telling you.
And it was before. It was like nobody knew about it. And now everybody is out there trying to buy out there. But it's ever changing. Real estate's ever changing. I mean, if you bought, like you said, like 10 years ago, 12 years ago, you buy at 500 and now it's worth more than $1 million. You're like, all right, I'm a millionaire.
Wherever there's opportunity.
Opportunity.
And then the main thing is taking the opportunity. Because like a lot of people, they stop themselves because they think they're not ready. And then I've never done anything when I'm ready. I just.
Well, I always tell people that, you're going to sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice. Yes, it's not in Orange County. You're going to go a little further, but you're getting more house.
Right.
Now, they always go, oh, I'm going to have to pay more money. But that's your house. You get to write off taxes. You get to do this and this and that. When you're renting, you don't. And so it kind of evens out. But then sometimes people are like, I'll just stick to renting for right now and so forth. But
right now
prices keep going up.
Right now it turns into forever.
Yeah.
Because then you really do, miss out when you keep renting and then prices do get out of what you qualify for.
Yeah.
And we all know inflation doesn't keep up with, your promotions and your income.
No,
and
for sure.
New wages don't keep up with
They don't. I mean, you got apartments here in Santana, 1-bedroom apartments, $2,500.
Yeah.
I mean, and my daughter lives up in downtown LA. 1 bedroom. It's not even a 1-bedroom. It's a studio. She pays like $3,000 downtown.
Yeah, exactly.
LA. It's like, but she works out there, so she.
Right.
That's her whole thing. But give me your number one more time, or your information one more time.
Awesome. Yeah, it's Instagram at the Martin Bravo, TheMartinBravo, and then my phone number is 209-628-2244.
You kept that number from.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it for. Well, you know how it is. I always tell people. In sales, you got to keep your number long term because you never know when people to this day still call me like, hey, you're the one that sold me solar. My family member wants solar now. Like,
yeah.
Or,
you never know.
I remember even one time when I was selling solar, I had someone I sold a Mercedes to. They were like, hey, I didn't see you at the dealership. I just went, and I was like, what? Who? And they're like, yeah, like, do you not remember me? I'm like, well, how do you know I do solar now? Like they called me. They were like, I heard you're not here anymore, and that. Like, I asked for you, and I guess I had sold them like a AMG Mercedes SUV, and they were like, "Well, your coworker told me that you do solar now," and I was like, "Man, like I need to keep this number
Yeah,
because
just in case.
people are gonna keep calling
Just
me.
in case, you know, you can sell them solar.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So remember, Martin Bravo can take your videos to the next level. He can videograph. He can do the beginning of the sale. He can do the middle of the sale. He can bring the drone. He can do all the pictures, all that, and then he can do the closing at the end. So I mean, if you guys need to reach out to Martin, reach out to him, call him up, give him some information. He'll help you with those leads. He'll help you with those escrows. He'll help you close them. So that's what it's all about. Anything else you want to share with him?
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. No, I just appreciate you, bro, and
Thank you, man.
appreciate everybody watching this. And yeah, I'm an open book.
Yeah, and
You know,
you got an event coming up where you're going to do what you did the last time.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't have a date yet, but
Okay.
I'm working on that
Okay.
because the main thing is I want to provide more value. So if you're watching this and you're a real estate broker or you're a mortgage broker and have a lot of loan officers, I would love to free right now, right until it's not free. Is I'm more than happy to provide an event. You provide the space, bring your agents. I'll bring agents outside of
The office.
the office, and I'll teach social media. And obviously, what I teach is definitely worth your time and knowledge because it's stuff that you got to be implementing right now. Even if you already are doing what I would present that day, it's just a better and different perspective hearing it from someone that's actually helping people do it. So,
All right. So
Awesome.
all of Southern California, LA, Riverside, San Bernardino,
Everywhere.
anywhere you need some help, reach out to Martin
Yeah.
and have him, Martin, have him come out to your office and put it together.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, man. So,
Thank you, brother.
Thanks for coming in. He made the drive from all the way out there, so I appreciate him doing that. So
Thank you.
thanks again, guys, for watching OC Biz Live, and like every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Thank you to our sponsor, allbales.net, and thank you to our sponsors, micasanueva.com. We will be here next week. I'm going to have an artist. Dude, you should have
Nice.
rapped. You should have rapped.
Right?
Do your rap. This guy's a rapper. I don't know if you saw the preview, but he's also a rapper. But
Mhm.
next week, I'm going to have a girl, La Potra from Riverside. I don't know if you know her, but she sings norteñas and
Oh,
corridos.
nice.
So she's going to be here. They're going to bring her in a limo. The people that are actually bringing her are the ones that are sponsoring it, too. So they're
Nice.
bringing her in. And stuff
Awesome.
like, you want to do a little rap or something, man? Go for
Yeah.
it, man. You got some time.
Man, shoot, yeah. Let's see.
I know that's what you love the most. I've seen him perform a couple times,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Right? That's what he loves doing the most.
Here, hopefully the audio is good.
Oh, that's right.
The audio is usually the one that. Okay. It may not seem easy to do, but understand you'll get a house with me. So I'm gonna plan something to you. Get pre-approved for you and your family. I'm driving in a Mercedes coupe and checking every bank for the lowest fees. And I ain't even stopping to you. Get pre-approved for you and your family. Last name broker, first name mortgage, like a foreclosure, boy, I ain't nothing to play with. Started in Delhi, but thanks to all the business mortgage CEOs know me on a first name basis. In your city at the open house, hello. And the realtor drove here in the G class, hello. Business comes from word of mouth. You know, if we open escrow, we gon' close. Bingo, drop the mortgage rap and it sounded like it's platinum. Who'd have thought living my dream life be the outcome? The banks know my name starts with an M for Martin. Helping families buy a house before I even bought one. Damn, cause I'm all about my business. Calling all these clients in my pipeline in my lead list. I work for my people, that's the way I treat my fitness. Mortgage Martin coming with that down payment assistance. It may not be easy to do, but understand you'll get a house with me. So I don't plan on stopping till you get pre-approved for you and your family. I'm driving in a Mercedes coupe and checking every bank for the lowest fees. And I ain't even stopping till you get pre-approved for you and your family.
Dang. All right. We're closing it out with that, guys. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next week. Good job, man. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
guys next week, 7 o'clock, Wednesday, live from Santana, California. Let go.
Let's do it.
Good job, man.
Thank you. XL. There you go, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whenever I'm filming people, they forget the